wearing a kilt and you've got a bear behind.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you.
You see,
yes.
all the old jokes, they work always, you know what I mean? Just
Yes.
happened that it didn't work just right there for you, you know what I mean? But
no, I did get it.
Okay,
I did get
I'm
it.
glad.
Tell me about the puzzle and the treasure, though. Where does that come in?
Well, myself and Eileen Fletcher, my co-host, we give the kids clues as to where on this island, which is called Scully Island.
It's a mythical island, isn't it?
Yes.
They haven't got a romp across to the Hebrides or
No,
somewhere.
they don't have to do any of that, so that we can have the show played in Canada and America and all over the world, you know what I'm saying? Never mentioned where it is, you see.
Yeah.
And we play all these different characters, and all the time the kids are watching the show, and we give them these little clues as to where the treasure is hidden and what it is. And the first week they have to find out what it is, and the second week they'll have to find out where it's hidden.
Is it worth hunting?
Well, it is, yes, because there are a couple of good prizes. Not only we give the kids the certificates and things like that, but I understand at the end of each week they have a special computer prize, and every kid wants a computer, so they have to follow carefully, and it's quite complicated, but on the back page of the Radio Times is a plan of the island, and if they don't buy a Radio Times, I explain to them how they can draw their own map and follow the program so that possibly they can win the prize.
So it's fun to do and worth doing, you say?
It was fun for me, gave me a chance to do more characters. It was my reintroduction to the BBC, who I've worked with for many, many years, with the Monkeys and a couple of other things, and hopefully it'll be enjoyed by one and all.
Has it been difficult to find a role for yourself when the Monkeys ran out of steam, as they inevitably did? Has it been difficult to kind of find something to do after that, if I put it as bluntly as that?
Well, the Monkeys finished filming in 1969, and it's been rerun and rerun all over the world.
So promotion you've got all the time. I mean, everybody knows about you.
It's always there, you know. I walk down the street and somebody says, "There's Davy Jones from the Monkeys," which is fine. The idea that most actors will tell you is that when I did the Monkeys, I was 20 years old. Now I'm pushing 40. So the deal would be, when people ask you what kind of character would you like to play, and I come back and say all the parts that Albert Finney and Alan Bates don't want, and they say, but you only look like you're 22, 23, you can't really play those kinds of parts. Yeah. Well, maybe Puzzle Trail will give them a clue as to what I can do, other characters I can play, and possibly the offers will come flooding in. Yeah. It's not that I've been sitting waiting for them to come in, it's just that I've been busy doing other things.
Well, we'll talk about those other things a little later on. Thank you very much for coming in. And we want to know about the Grand National, your Grand National aspirations.
That's right.
Next year. We'll talk about that a little later on with Mike. Thank you very much for the time being. Some weather, please, Barbara. It's almost...
No, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given to me.
Well, 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 well. How long is it since you've seen that?
Well, it was a segment from one of the shows, you know, when we used to play the tunes. They would always show this monkey romp, they called it. And it's funny now watching all the TV videos that are being made for the rock groups. And it's all quite similar stuff, isn't it? They're all sort of getting into acting, you know, the boys. I think that the music that's being played these days is very good, but I think the showmanship that all these lads and girls that are now putting out within the videos and in live appearances, it makes people like the Monkeys and the Beatles and the Jerry and the Pacemakers and it looked like they were, you know, in cement or something. Right. Because when you see stage shows now, it's so elaborate. I mean, there's so much going on. Yeah. I'm not too keen on a lot of the music that's going on now, but I think the showmanship is like 10,000%.
The visual side of it has come on so much.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. Now people are they're working. They're not just standing there and sort of like playing their instruments.
Yeah, it is actually a whole new entertainment.
Yeah.
You've been involved. The last time you were on Breakfast Time, you were telling us about your racehorse that you're
Yeah.
involved with, and that you told us last time you're planning to run in next year's Grand National.
That's
Now,
correct.
Is that going to happen?
Well, I train on horses every day, and there are always setbacks. There aren't any setbacks as far as my ambitions to ride in the Grand National. You have to qualify a horse. I don't have that particular horse, but there are many horses that are qualified, and between now and the end of March, when the race is run, I hope to find that particular horse or ride somebody else's horse, some other owner's horse, in that particular race.
What sort of, you have to qualify the horse, but what sort of training do you have to do yourself? Do you have to be a jockey of a certain standard to do the Grand National?
Well, they're all of different standards. You know yourself in show business, there are a lot of people that are out there making it, and you say, wow, you know, what are they doing in front of the screen? It's the same with horses. It's the same with anything you do. It's being at the right place at the right time. I'm very capable on a horse. I take care of 2 of my own horses every day, and so I know about them. It's just the breaks, as they say, as the footballers say, well, they were better on the day, you know. Well, I hope that I'll be better on the day, and I can get myself into the running.
But there's no actual licensing system for jockeys then? You can just go and enter the Grand... I mean, could I enter the Grand National tomorrow?
No, you couldn't, no. I have an amateur jockey's license, and which enables me to race over the jumps. I can't ride on the flat as an amateur unless it's an amateur flat race. For instance, in November, I'll be riding at Sandown Park in an amateur race with people like, I think, Jimmy Hill and some other racing people, and that's the only time an amateur can ride in a flat race, in an amateur flat race. I mean, but I can compete as a jump jockey against Frankham or whoever it might be. You have to have ridden over 15 rides under rules in order to be able to ride in a race other than an amateur race.
You also need to be slightly mad as well to ride a national jump. The jump jockeys are very courageous lads, aren't they?
Well, it's great fun too, you know. There's this element of danger no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And it's just to put it all together on the day. That's what you've got to do.
Well, I'm sure someone's going to do a documentary about you, but if they haven't put in the bid already, can we do it now?
Yeah, let's do it, you know. I'll be there.
We'll follow that. That'd be very...
You know this guy, I think.
Those big ones right away. You must take your time with these things because they are toys, but they can be very dangerous unless you really know what you're doing.
I think a good way to start off would be one of these. It looks a bit safer to me.
I think that's how I'm going to
But
start.
for all the BMX fans, that invitation will be inside one of the boxes that we'll be sending out. What we'd like you to do is, on a postcard, finish what's getting on, I'll leave you with the broom. If you can find... Oh,
Yeah,
here,
I will.
dustpan and brush here,
Okay,
Davy.
yeah.
It's a bit
All right.
dusty, you can see.
Okay.
The dust builds up down
It
here
is
very quickly.
terrible.
Might see you upstairs later
I see all
on.
the stuff here. I'll tell you what, Sarah.
Yeah?
I'll catch up with you later.
Oh, he's fitting in already.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe this pumpkin was left here for me. Maybe I'll be turning into something else soon.
Oh, morning. There you are. You just caught me having my cup of tea. This morning. Oh, this glitter stuff gets everywhere. I must say, it suits you, that.
Thanks very much.
I like that.
Oh, I have to take this off.
Listen, you and I are going to be doing a bit of warbling later, aren't we? A bit of singing.
Oh, yeah, and I'm
Bit of
looking
singing?
forward to that. That'll be
Great.
good.
Great. You better take this off first, though.
Take it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I will
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Good. Could you just mind not getting water on my custard cream?
Oh, yeah,
That'd
they're getting a bit soggy.
That'd be great. Listen, we got some prizes for last week, some of last week's bargains to pick, and we got some of the very attractive beauty queens up there who are going to waft down the stairs one at a time.
Oh,
If you
yes.
can dip your hand in and pull a letter out, this is the store bargain. Do you want to turn it around the other way? Then we can see the...
Okay.
This is the store bargain.
All righty.
And the question was, the word robot first appeared in a play called Rossum's Universal Robots. Who wrote Rossum's Universal Robots? And the answer was Carol Capek. And who's the winner?
Karen Davidson, 29A, the Broadway, Mill Hill, London, NW7.
All right, so you win the prize of the robots, George and Georgina, that we had. All right, Stephen, thank you. Yes, thank you. And thank you very much for bringing down the first basket. And here comes the second queen. Or maybe it wasn't Sivhead making the noise, it was his 2 little friends.
Okay.
Good morning.
So we'll look
Hello.
here.
Angela. Right. Rod and Emu's question was, the emu is the second largest bird in the world. What is the largest bird? And the answer was... the ostrich. And the winner is?
It's Christopher Mims from 32 Pina or Piner Walk, Uckfield, East Sussex.
Well done to you, Christopher, and on its way to you,
old.
the books and the poems from Rod and Emu. All right, we have our third queen waltzing down the stairs here. And this was Helen Terry's question.
All right.
What's your name? Hello, what's your name? Can I see on the badge? Jennifer. Hello. Right, Robert Graves wrote a book about a famous Roman emperor who stuttered. What was his name? And the answer was I, Claudius. It was Claudius. And the kid gloves, the books, and the maracas go to?
Lucy Rose, 13 Storecroft Road, Retford, Nottinghamshire.
Well done to you. Things on their way to you. The kid gloves, the books, and the maracas. Jennifer, thank you very much. You're wonderful. And finally, we have the fourth queen with John and Michael Whittaker's horsey question. What's your name? You're covered up by your fern. Christine. Justine. Right.
Okay.
The question was, name the third member of the next international show jumping team. It wasn't Davy Jones. It was Paul, how do you pronounce it? Is it Shokomola? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shokomola. And the rosettes, the plaque, the mugs, and the pullover go to this person.
It goes to Michelle Anderson at 24 Greenhill Road, Corby, Northants.
Well done to you, and thanks very much.
So
they look nice, they look great.
They do. I was expecting some royal music, you know.
Well, we could have hummed some royal music. We'll have some royal music in a minute when we play. Oh! If you want to make a cup of tea, that'll be the point to go and make the cup of tea.
No, it'd be great. It'd be great.
Listen, can you hold the fort here for a moment?
Okay.
Because I just want to test out. David Icke, who's over in the sports department.
Okay.
And I felt.
Cheers. See you on the plot panel later on. I think we're going over to Mike in a coffee shop now.
Yes, we've just been discussing what we're going to do, haven't we? Is this going to sing as well?
No, this is. I thought this would inspire us to sing a particular tune. It's an old monkey song called "Cuddly Toy."
It's funny, I know that one. Are you going to sing along with this?
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
La 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 da da da.
Not doing very well.
La 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 da 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 da.
You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the only choo-choo train that was left out in the rain the day after Santa came. You're not the only cherry delight that was left out in the night that gave up without a fight. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the kind of girl to tell your mother the kind of company you keep. I never told you that I love no other. You must have dreamed it in your sleep. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. You're not the only choo-choo train that was left out in the rain the day after Santa came. You're not the only cherry delight that was left out in the night that came up without a fight. You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy. Chorus. You're not the kind of girl to tell your mother the kind of company you keep. I never told you that I love no other. You must have dreamed it in your sleep. Jump, jump, la 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 la. Come on, everybody, this time. La 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 la. Here we go again, ready? La 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 la. Give us chance, ready? La 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 la.
You were great.
Yes.
You were terrific.
We were lousy, but you were great. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It was a good lot. Did you enjoy it?
They don't write them like that anymore.
Don't. Thank goodness for that.
Hey, listen. Maybe I can give this to one of the kids that writes in over one of the.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll sort something out for it a bit later. Because you actually, apart from singing, have a secret ambition, don't you? You've got a secret longing.
I love horses. I like rabbits too, but I love horses. And I keep a couple of hunters at my home. And I also enjoy a bit of racing once in a while. And my great ambition is to ride in the Grand National. And hopefully it'll be this coming year.
Great.
I don't have the horse yet, so if there's any good owners out there...
If there are any horses out there,
any horses out there that would like to run.
Right. Well, we can have a look and see how difficult it is, because it always looks easy sitting on top of a horse. But we've got a bit of film here to show you just how difficult it is to ride horses.
I could hide beneath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings.
Hit, but that one is. That's Hugh Wow. That's their new single. We'll be seeing one of them later on the pop panel, and we'll be seeing Davy on the pop panel as well. You still got that rabbit with you?
Yeah, I do. This is. I'm getting attached to this. I'm going to be hard to give it up, but I'm going to.
It's like a security blanket.
I'm trying to give my rabbit up, you know.
Right, we're going to take a few phone calls. You ready to chat to a few people?
Sure, I'd love to.
Which should be good. So if you want to grab a telephone, they're the one that Mickey Mouse is falling over at the moment. All right, we should be able to talk to Donna Evans. Hello, Donna.
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
Sidcup, Kent.
From Sidcup in Kent. You're through to Davy.
Hi, Donna.
Could I ask you a question, please?
Sure.
Did you ever have a crush on a teacher at school?
A teacher at school? I did have a crush, yes, and I don't know why you're asking me this, but she was the science teacher and her name was Miss Dickinson, and I always used to like it when she'd keep me on after school to reprimand me for being bad, you see. I was doing something crazy with my Bunsen burner or something like that. Why, do you have a crush on one of your teachers?
No, not yet.
Not yet. How old are you, Donna?
10.
How old, 10?
Yeah, 11 next Wednesday.
You know, there was a song written about you, don't you?
Huh?
I had a girl, Donna was her name, since she's been gone. Yeah, there was.
Never been the same.
It was something like that, anyway. Well, there is
Only
a
it had
song.
a tune to it.
Yeah, right. All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for your
Bye.
question. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Right, June Balfton's on the line. Hello, June.
Hello.
Hello, you're through to Davy.
Do you still keep in contact with the rest of the monkeys?
Yeah, I do. I occasionally talk with Mickey, and who lives in this country, and Mike Nesmith lives in America, and I talk with him occasionally. He's into making pop videos and things like that. I think he was responsible for Lionel Richie's last single, video. And Peter Tork is does much the same as I do. He travels around the world doing shows and TV shows and live personal appearances. So we keep in touch, and then at Christmas and things like that, we send cards, and occasionally the phone rings late at night, and we have chats. Yeah, I do keep in touch with them, yes.
Oh, okay,
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The phone rings late at night, so it says, hey, and you said, you realise what time it is in England?
Right.
Daniel Jones is on the line. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Whereabouts are you?
Coulston.
In Coulston?
Yes.
Right, in Surrey. You're through to Davy.
Hello.
Hi, Daniel.
What did you enjoy most about being in the monkeys?
Well, there was lots of good times, lots of happy times. It was one of the most fun times of my life. I enjoyed working with those three guys, and mainly to travel. I traveled all over the world to places like Japan and Australia, and I've been to places like Kuala Lumpur, Taipei, all over the Far East, yeah. Yeah, it was traveling. I like to travel. There's a bit of gypsy in my soul, and it sounds like a song coming on. Yeah, it was the traveling, I think, and also being able to fool around and be a clown, not just at home, but on the screen, you know?
And he's still doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your question. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Right, okay, we'll take some more calls soon. In the meantime, you brought a bargain along. It's just to try and part you and your rabbit.
Yeah, well, you see, when I ride along the gallops in the morning, thing. You must all know, people that live in the countryside. Right now, I've just seen the first two hares.
Yeah.
Hares are different than rabbits, obviously. But there's only one there, and every time the wind blows, it cracks like a whip. You know, it's amazing. But I saw this little hare running along, but they run very fast, and it was faster than the horse I was riding. And I thought, rabbits, hares, I thought that was a nice little present. So I went out and I bought this, and I thought that there'd be people out there be interested in them also.
Absolutely, yes, because I've got loads in my garden as well. They don't have pink ears, but you've thought of a question, haven't you?
Yeah, and I also have some jodhpurs here. There we go.
They won't stay clean for long.
No, they won't stay clean, but you know, you just put them in the wash, they wash and wear sort of stuff, you know.
Super.
I have a question, do I?
Right, do you?
Let me think, what kind of question?
Books?
Rabbits. Oh, yeah.
I've got a good one. What about the book written by about the rabbit community?
Oh, yes.
That one.
What do we want to know about it?
Maybe what the name is? Is that an easy one? All right.
Yeah, there was a book written. You don't have to tell us who wrote it, but the name of the book, there was a movie made out of it also, wasn't there?
There was, yes, cartoon movie. The book was actually written by Richard Adams. We'd like to know the name of it. Richard Adams wrote a book about a rabbit community, gave them all names. It was turned into a cartoon film. I'm sure you all know it. And you can win not only Davy Jones' rabbit. Does it have a name?
Well, I was going to call it Janet, but because that's one of the queens from, I think, Mosley, up north, you see there.
Janet Rabbit.
Yeah, because she was going to do some impression. She said she could sing, and instead of Cuddly Toy, she was going to do a Sheila Easton impression.
Oh, right.
We couldn't get her up there.
Right.
So, but I think I'll leave it to the person that gets it to name it.
All right, the Jodhpurs and the Rabbit, Saturday Superstore, BBC Television, London, W12.
The Jodhpurs are called Fred.
Oh, the Jodhpurs have a name?
Yeah.
Well, they're Fredbear?
Yeah, right.
Right, OK. All right, if you want to pick up your phone, we should be able to talk to somebody else. Amanda Bowden, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Amanda. Where are you calling from?
Northumberland Heath in Kent.
In Kent. Right, you're through to Davy.
Oh, what made you decide to become a jockey?
Well, when I was at school, I was acting in all the plays, and I was also involved in a couple of TV shows, like Coronation Street, where I played Ina Sharple's grandson. This is before I left school, and everybody seemed to think that I was going to be an actor. And being the kind of chap that I am, I thought, well, I'm not going to do what they think I'm going to do. And being slight in stature, I thought possibly a jockey would be a good profession for me. And so that's why I chose what I did, yeah. What are you going to do when you leave school?
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't have to work with horses though, because I love them too much.
You do? Yeah, all right.
Well, good luck in whatever you do.
What is your favourite breed of horse?
My favourite?
Breed of horse.
Breed of horse? Well, obviously, I'm well involved right now with the racehorse, and I have a mare of my own, which is a crossbred, which is in foal to a thoroughbred, so I like all horses and all animals in general are my favorite. I would say the thoroughbred. I like Arabs also, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Davy. You'll be coming on the pop panel a bit later. Have a look at somebody's video.
It's to benefit the Dyslexia Foundation of Great Britain. It's the race is going to be run at 12:50, and there are a couple of celebrities, if I might say so myself.
Oh, yeah?
And Lucinda Green and her husband David. Nelson Piquet's riding.
Oh, really?
And, yes.
I didn't know he was a horseman as well.
Well, he
My
is,
goodness.
yes. And hopefully, I understand there are some people at the store here that like horses. Possibly we might be able to twist a few arms and get them out there.
I don't think you'll have to twist very hard,
Okay,
I'm
well,
sure.
it's November the 2nd, Sandown Park. The race goes at 12:50, and everybody knows that when you go to the racetrack, the kids get in for nothing, you see. Just the mums and dads have to pay. It's a nice family outing, a good day. And
November the 2nd.
Yes.
Sandown Park. Get that in your diaries now.
Dyslexia Foundation.
Thanks
Great
very
thing.
much, Davy.
My
Now
pleasure.
it's David, I think. We've got David Icke next over in the coffee shop.
That's right.
Song, it's definitely Elton John singing, isn't it? I like his music. Yeah, I wasn't that impressed, but I'm sure it'll do very well.
Right. Karen, what are you an Elton fan?
Not really. So-so. The song wasn't too bad, but I've heard better.
Yeah.
Videos, so-so.
Yeah. He's done
Miss on
2 or 3 good ones, so it's very difficult to keep it standing up, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, because quite a lot of them are, you know, all the same.
Yeah. Right, okay, Paul Young. Well, it is. But as you say, it's driving music, really.
Yeah.
Maybe more than buying music. Julian, what do you think of it?
I like the video and the song.
Yeah.
I just thought they were good.
Do you think Huey Lewis could make it over here?
Given a bit more time, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, with the new singles that he's coming out with.
Yeah.
They're good. The last 3. Yeah.
Good, because it's quite a different market over here to the States, you know, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is like choral music in a way, you know. But I love it. I've always loved his stuff.
Great. Okay, that's a yes. Roger, Sam's 2 years having holidays and making films at the same time.
Really, yeah, I liked it. I thought the song was great, and I thought back to the basic videos where we can see real things happening. I liked it. I like the R&B thing that's coming back in from the 60s. I like banjo music too, though. Yeah, that's my favourite, that was, I'll tell you. That was the best song of the day, that was.
Okay, well, as the Mutual Admiration Societies get underway here, we'll go to the and Never-Ending Story, written by Giorgio Moroder, and produced by him as well. Davy?
Not bad. I liked the video, bit of fantasy there, but I hope it's a hit. I wouldn't buy it myself, but then again, I don't buy too many records.
Okay, Karen, you buy Juliet?
I don't think so. It's not my cup of tea, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You'd sing along to it once in a while.
So it's a sort of a...
Yeah.
thing in a way. Right, but you're right about the film, actually.
Dagens hedersgäst. Han heter John Lennon, är en ung brittisk landsortsförfattare från Liverpool.
Those idiots on screens 30 feet high all around the hall, 8,000 people roaring with laughter at this idiots up there. And I thought, gosh, is that funny? Isn't it?
Well, take it from me, it really is.